Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Stories of the Weird. So, what has just happened? We went to the Inn of the Elidor. You all managed to successfully steal some potion ingredients from, oh man, what's his name? Shit.
Lareth.
Lareth, right. You went to the Inn of the Elidor. You brewed a potion to cure the Deodand. You stole 2 wooden chests from the monks of Our Lady of Grey. And now you're back out on the road having cured the Deodand, and now there's just a sleeping man in front of you. The woman, Elise, is very delighted to have John back and whole. And she takes an extra piece of cloth from around her waist off of her dress and drapes it around him and sort of carries him back inside after thanking you all profusely and swearing that she and John will never be seen in these parts again, and that she's going to disappear and avoid all future altercations with Lareth at all costs. So, now, it's probably like 2 a.m. after you spent all that time fighting the Deodand, and you traveled off, and now you're going to be traveling back. So, you're ready to head back to the manse? Is that what the plan is?
Yep.
Yeah, same night, I think.
It's not going to be a problem that we have 2 chests when I ask for.
Well, we can't give him both because then we're out of chest.
Is that how that works? I don't know if that's how that works.
Do they look exactly the same?
Yes, they look exactly the same. You sort of lift them up and shake them, and you hear like a soft sort of inside as you shake it. And both of them sound exactly the same. They feel like they're the same weight. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well,
I mean, he just needs one.
you can just give him one.
I think we should give him one. See how he reacts. If he thinks it's weird that there's only one, or if it's wrong, then maybe we give him the other one, and because we get our key to go to the thieves' vault. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're just doing all this so we can get rich.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Getting into the fault of Denithan. So
yeah. All right. I like that plan. Give him one. See how he reacts. If we need to give him the other, we do that.
Cool. All right, good deal. So you stroll down the road, the bright light of the full moon shining down upon you. Yes. On the way back, you're about halfway back. Turning off on the small path that leads up to the manse, and the hairs all stand on the back of your necks as the moonlight grows brighter and brighter. And crouched on a hillock nearby, you see a tall, gray, androgynous figure. Long of limb, their hands have 6 fingers, and their skin is knotted and ridged and whorled in all sorts of patterns. At the top of their shoulders, perched on a long, slender, graceful neck, rests the full moon.
like the moon.
The moon.
Good.
The literal moon. Yes. They look down at you and they say, "Travelers, we believe you have something of ours, though it is strange that you have not taken your usual path. But we can smell the gray leaf. We need it. You have stolen it from our secret garden once again, and once again we must demand for its return."
Right. They were there to do a ritual thing.
Yeah. What? Do my clerical knowledge knows anything?
Roll a religion chest.
All right.
15. Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, this is the moon. Yeah. The moon comes down and walks sometimes, especially when it's full.
Okay.
You don't know anything about a relationship between the moon and Our Lady of Grey. Like,
Right.
you don't know anything like that. But
The
Oscar,
innkeeper said they come every full moon, right?
yes, every full moon.
Okay.
But Oscar, you heard a word that tickles at your brain. Gray leaf. Roll a nature check.
Okay. Nature check. No.
Yeah. Gray leaf is a deadly poison, but that's all you know.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I shoot someone a look that says we have two.
Yeah.
I I mutter under my breath, and I pull out a small piece of cotton from my component pouch, and I sort of light it on fire with a match, and I'm gonna cast what's it called?
It's the moon.
Fog cloud.
Okay.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah.
Finding the moon.
I
So bad.
I'm gonna cast fog cloud.
Cool.
Can anyone stop him?
I don't think so.
I create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere spreads around corners, and its area is heavily obscured.
Yeah.
It lasts for the duration or until a wind of moderate or greater speed disperses it.
Yeah. Sure.
So I cast fog cloud and I shout, "Run!" And I
Who has the
start
chests?
making my way towards the nearest bit of
I think Verna
foliage.
still has them.
Now,
Do you have both?
Pelifron,
Yeah.
roll an Arcana test.
Good. Okay.
Because I know the moon covered in fog, that's not creepy at all. Like, we're not going to hear howls in the middle of the night just randomly now.
Yeah. So, the magic in your fingers takes on a life of its own, and because of the close proximity of the moon, which, as you know, is a powerful arcane symbol, your spell spirals wildly out of control. Fog bursts forth from your fingertips and explodes, drenching the entire moors in a thick blanket. The moon sort of howls like a wolf, actually. And it stands, and you can see through the mist these incredibly long and thick limbs stretching up to the sky, the moon rising up into the heavens as it bends down over the fog and begins looking, searching for you. Are you all sticking together? Are you running in separate directions? Like...
Sorry. Did Verna has both the chests?
At the moment, I think so.
Okay.
Well, you were the last person said to have been having them.
Yeah. She had them. Okay.
Yeah, Verna's running. Verna's trying to get a sense of where everyone else is, but like also running.
Yeah, so you're trying to follow your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why don't each of you give me a stealth test with advantage?
Oh my god.
Okay. It's the second if we walk out of the fog or like I see Verna, I'm gonna shout.
I don't think we can walk out of the fog. I'm pretty sure it like
That's what I'm wondering. I wonder like
miles.
if we somehow hit an entrance where we can, or we do.
Okay, so
Okay.
all of you are really good at hiding in this fog. Pelifron gets an 18, Verna a 21, Clog a 21. But Oscar got a 12. So, Oscar,
Where is everybody?
you feel a wind rush past you, and then you lurch, and the ground leaves your feet, and you fly up into the air. These thick tree branch fingers gripping you with this gray, spotted, speckled, knotted world skin, and it lifts you high into the sky, into the clouds, even where it's cold and your breath frosts in the air, and the moon gazes down at you, and it says, "Where are your friends?"
I was just about to ask you the same question.
I can't find them. Where is my gray leaf?
Now, see, that's what's interesting me. What would you need gray leaf for?
The gray leaf allows me to wane. If I do not have it, I will be full for another month.
Yeah, that might not be a good plan. How much gray leaf do you need?
They always give me all of it.
See, I'm thinking that maybe what we need to do is we need to take some of this gray leaf, we boil it, brew it, add some alcohol, we'll up the amplitude. It will be great. Everything will be fantastic. And like, you won't really need all of it. You can probably get by with, say, like half of it.
This is a mortal thing. I am of the wild, and I need the gray leaf of the wild. Give me all of the chest. It is what I need.
Yes, all of that one chest. I think we could probably make that happen.
Where are your friends? And where is the chest?
That is a good question. I will find them. I just like start hooting like an owl.
Nice, nice.
I have a question.
Do you turn into an owl?
Yeah, I could totally turn into an owl. But what was your question, Palafron?
I was going to ask if you could turn into things that fly, just in case maybe something happened that would cause you to drop.
Technically, no, but I could probably turn into something else that might be able to scurry down, like a chipmunk or something like that.
Totally.
Okay.
Scurry down that 12-foot torso or 12-mile torso.
Yeah, the 12-mile torso. It might take me a little bit of time, but
Yeah, there's actually no way you're in range anyway. So.
nope. So yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think Verna would hear hooting, and you know, that's not screams of "oh God, I'm dying." So
True.
you know, a little more collected. She might stop.
Okay. Yeah.
Hoot back. I think Verna would hoot back.
See, right down there. That's where my friends are.
Yeah, and you go rushing through the air as the moon swoops low to the landscape. And of course, you know, like there's fog all over the land, and as soon as the moon comes close, all of the light from the moon shines back and blinds any attempt to see anything in the fog. So, you know, they're sort of swooping their head back and forth, and the two of you are hooting back and forth to each other until the moon dips you into the fog and releases you next to Verna.
So the moon needs just one chest, and it's a good thing we have just one chest to give to the moon, right?
Verna gives you a blank stare for like 5 seconds. Says, yes, one chest. Yes.
Verna, you were the one with the one chest of gray leaf.
Mm-hmm.
Just one.
Yeah. So Verna pulls out just one chest and looks at like you and up at the moon.
Yeah, there's a one spindly moon hand with 6 fingers on it sitting on the ground next to you, Verna.
Okay. Yeah, Verna puts the one chest in the hand.
Yeah, cool.
And backs away very, very slowly.
So the moon lifts this chest up into the heavens, and it retreats into the sky. And you all can't see this, but of course the camera can see, you know, these moors and this heavy full moonlight shining down and the stars above. And the moon lifts its hand up to its face, and you know, you can't really see it because the hand obscures it, but it eats this chest of gray leaf. And then its light begins to fade, and a sliver of it dies and turns black. And it stands up tall and straight and returns to the sky.
I'm really glad we didn't have to fight the moon.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't cast any spells against the moon.
All right. It's gonna get close to dawn soon. We should get back to that man. Give the Lareth his chest. Let's get our info, and then we can be on our way and away from this
Thank God.
crazy town.
The shade, the moon thing.
Yes, please.
Yeah. All right, so the four of you find your way along the road. After a few false starts, of course, you know, it's very foggy out here.
Sorry.
But you make your way back to the manse. So yeah.
Alrighty.
Excellent. All right, so you return to Lareth's manse. What do? You knock on the door, you enter right away. Who's taking point in the conversation here?
Not Clog.
Who's the least socially awkward character?
I'm just going to talk about brewing things and getting his alchemy book. So
Yeah, I motion to Oster because he was the one that talked to him last time. That's fine.
Cool.
That's fine.
All right, cool. So yeah, you step into his parlor with these knickknacks and baubles hanging from the ceiling, and Lareth is sitting there behind the counter.
yep.
Oh.
Lareth, we're back. We have accomplished both your tasks, and now we need to discuss payment, since you said that was for a later time after the tasks were done.
There's the bell.
Yeah. I could ring the bell, or I could just like take this book that he's been lying on. I think I just like go up to him and just like reach my hand out to his shoulder and like just like gently like sort of like prod him awake rather than from the bell.
Your hand sinks into the muslin cloth as if there's nothing underneath it.
Why would you touch him?
How many fingers does he lose?
And then and you pull back your hand and he jerks awake and he says, What? Well, you return.
We return, having completed both your tasks.
Both tasks, yes, well. And he reaches under the counter and he pulls out a purple eyeball and he sets it on the counter and he says, Tell me, is the Deodand slain?
The Deodan is no more. He will not be a problem with you.
Excellent. And the gray leaf.
And I kind of like motion to Verna to bring it over. It's like one chest of gray leaf stolen from the monks.
Perfect. And he reaches out with his muslin-covered hands, and he grabs the chest, and he tucks it away under the counter. He says, Yes. Since you have helped me so much, I will repay you. And he reaches down under the counter, and he brings out a thick cloth of velvet, and he turns around to a shelf that's just covered in knickknacks and baubles and things, and he reaches down to one of the lower shelves. You can't quite see what's down there, and he pulls something out, and he brings it out, and you see the small sort of crystal ball sized Fabergé egg-like structure where there's this crystal ball that's sort of ensconced within gold and silver jewelry filigree. And inside the crystal ball, it's like the light is sort of distorted somehow, as if it were filled with a very dense liquid. And he holds it out to you. And then he draws it back and he says, Careful. The vault is contained within this orb, but this orb is a trap. Any of you who touch it will be sucked inside into this watery kingdom, and you will not leave unless you can gather the orb inside the vault itself. Who of you will go into the kingdom?
Well, that is what we came here for.
Yeah. Clog immediately takes one step forward. Not to
Before
like
we
touch
go-
it, but he just like, I'll do it.
Before we go delving into this watery kingdom, you said you would promise you promised us great reward for doing both tasks in one night. This was the
Yes.
reward for one task.
While it would have greatly amused me to see you grab this sphere and be sucked inside to a watery grave,
Oh, that will happen later. We're going to do that anyways.
nevertheless,
Beltron's
you
hand,
have
he can like
done
barely
me.
contain himself from touching it.
Nevertheless, you have done me a great service, and so I will aid you in your task. Here, and he reaches under the counter, and you hear a clinking and clanking, and then he produces 4 small potions, each of which is a bright blue liquid that's fizzing and bubbling furiously. Drink these, and you will have no fear of drowning.
Oh.
Okay.
And what if I didn't need to fear drowning anyways?
Well, and he grabs one of the potions and he puts it back under the counter. I am a generous man.
What else you got?
Nothing.
Nothing. How about in exchange, instead of, since I don't need one of those potions, you tell me a little bit more about your garden in the back. I'd love to know about why you have so many interesting resources back there.
Yeah, he sort of chuckles and he laughs and he says, yes, psychosomatic symptoms really can be impressively close to the real thing. And he turns to Pelifron and he says, I hope you didn't really think you had a black hole inside of you. You would have died.
Pelfron has like a hamburger, and he's like, what?
Nice. Yeah. He steeples his hands and he says, well, you have helped me greatly. Here. And he brings out a small leather book. It's very thin, it's small, and he just sort of leafs through it. And there are a number of beautiful illustrations done in a very colorful hand of the plants in his garden. And it details all of their uses and their values. And he says, very well. For your aid here tonight, I bestow upon you a copy of my treatise on herbal lore.
That is well worth it.
Well, adventure awaits.
Yeah. I
Clink.
take.
So we're doing this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. Yeah, so do each of you place a hand on the globe?
Well,
Yeah.
first we drink the potion.
Coffin place.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you each drink the potion, and you each begin suffocating immediately.
Crap.
Just you can't breathe. That your lungs don't pull air in, etc. And he gestures quickly.
Yep.
Place your hand
Touch it.
upon the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
when you do,
Oh, snap.
you feel a pulling inside of your heart, and boom, you find yourself underwater, pressed up against a smooth glass surface. You're looking out from within a giant snow globe, within a crystal, out at Lith, this massive blue muslin shape. He reaches out and he picks up the globe with velvet-covered hands. Are any of you wearing light armor?
I'm wearing no armor.
Yeah.
I'm wearing leather armor.
Yeah, so Verna and Pelifron, the two of you are floating, pressed up against the glass, like you're buoyed up. However, Oscar and Clog, the both of you are pulled down, sinking down into the water under the weight
I
of
immediately
your
just try to
arms.
grab one of them with me.
Okay, cool.
And I'm immediately going to turn into something that can actually breathe
Swim.
water.
Cool. Yeah.
Swim and breathe water.
Sure. What is it?
It's got to be some sort of like large fish, I would guess.
Sure.
Like,
Sturgeon.
yeah, something like a sturgeon. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you turn into a sturgeon, and I guess, Clog, who do you grab? Do you grab Verna or Pelifron?
If I grab both, I can do that. But if I grab one, I'd probably grab wearing a weird snow globe, so the wizard.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. If you succeed, you'll grab both of them. If you fail, you'll grab one of them.
Oh man,
Okay.
please succeed. Succeed.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, you grab both of them,
Hey,
and
alright,
the
cool.
three of you together balance out, and you can sort of swim in whatever direction you want as long as you're holding on to each other. So,
Nice.
you look through the deep blue waters of this globe, and you see sort of down at the very bottom of the globe, there's like this thick, weedy kelp bed where all of the strands of kelp are swimming and waving back and forth. Off on like the right wall of the globe, there is a temple built out of coral, all gnarled up and clustered against the side. You see Lith sort of like shifting his vision around outside of the globe. Of course, it's huge. You can't even see the opposite side of this globe, but he turns the thing. And you can feel all of the water inside swirling around you as gravity reorients you. And he's turned it so that this coral palace is down below you instead of this kelp garden, which is now on the left wall.
Okay.
I don't know if that helped or not.
Well, I guess it's below us, so
Can
we
we
sink
talk? Can
down
we
to
hear
it.
each other under the water?
What's that?
Can we talk to each other?
Yeah,
right now?
because you've drunk these potions of water breathing. As soon as you're in the water, you're able to breathe. You can talk. Everything feels fine. Even like your swimming feels exceptional.
Cool. Are there other creatures, fish and stuff?
Yeah, you see like fish swimming around, like high up above you. You see like a whale shark sort of turning in the light.
Very cool.
Eels coiling amidst the kelp on the wall.
All right. Make our ways to the front door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the four of you swim down, swimming towards this coral palace. And from within, well, actually, each of you give me perception checks. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so in amongst the kelp and the coral outside this coral palace, you spot 4 fish-faced Sahagin who hold tridents, lurking and sitting in wait for you. Within the coral palace, you see one large, massive chamber, the heart of which glows bright orange within the greens and blues of the water. And you see on a pedestal in there this orange sphere with a black mark on top. But the Sahagin see you, but they don't realize that you've seen them yet. So, there's 4 of them, and I'll let the 4 of you decide how you spend your surprise attack.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So they want to fight.
Well, you see them, and they're holding tridents. You don't really know if they're going to attack you for sure, but...
All right.
We could maybe try to put them all to sleep.
How?
The sleep spell. I have 1 spell left to use.
Sounds
That lets
good to
me put things
Yeah?
to sleep.
We put even 2 to sleep, then we have half the number, right?
Yeah, please.
I'm gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
This is like I think I like pull out like a nightcap out of my pouch. I like put it on, and it sort of glows with a.
Oh man.
Okay, so it's just 5d8 worth of hit points.
Cool.
Mhm.
Of creatures go to sleep.
So go ahead and roll.
So,
Big money.
Okay, so you cast Sleep, and you see the sparkling, scintillating gold specks explode in the water from a point central to these 4 Sahagin, and not a single one
Yep.
falls asleep.
Great. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can
I
I
saw that one coming.
can
We're
I just
gonna
cast
die.
a spell at one random? Just one at random?
Yeah,
The
totally.
closest one, I guess. Cool. I'm gonna cast guiding bolts
Yeah.
at this closest one.
Okay, 15 is a hit.
Excellent.
Roll for damage on that.
And this is just level 1. 19.
Wow, damn.
Woo-wee.
Okay, yeah, so there's one of them, just a guiding bolt streaks towards it, paf, and lights him up with glowing, glittering light. The next attack against that target has advantage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I point him out.
Verna and Oscar, what are you going to do?
I don't know if I'm of any use right now, because I'm assuming that a short bow is not going to function properly underwater.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, all right. Well, in that case, let's do short bow against the lit up.
Yeah. I mean, like, all of your... You start, like, pulling it out and beginning to, like, get ready to use it. And you can tell that it doesn't normally feel like this in water. Like, you've probably been underwater with it before. But something about this potion that you've drunk is affecting your entire being. And it's making
Fantastic.
it possible
Okay.
doing this.
I'm gonna try that then.
Okay, yep. Who are you aiming at? Are you aiming at the same one?
Yeah, the guy, lit up.
Cool. So they start sort of emitting these vibrating, humming shrieks through the water, and your arrow flies straight and true, straight into the forehead of the one that was guiding bolted, and he falls in a cloud of black blood billowing out into the water.
Nice.
And Oscar.
Yeah, so as a sturgeon, I don't really have a whole lot I can do here.
Sturgeons, they've got a ferocious bite.
Yeah. So I think
Or
maybe
pike, rather.
a pike. Yeah. So I think what I'm probably going to do is like I'm gonna just like swim up and probably just try to like bite and charge at one of these things.
Cool. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that would be though.
Well, you'd be
'Cause I don't
charging in, and then you'd be d20 plus 5, and then I guess 1d8 plus 2 damage or something like that.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh yeah, you nail him. Strike him straight on the shoulder. 4 damage, not bad at all. So that's cool. Okay, so that's Oscar. Everybody, roll for initiative.
All right.
I know it's.
Oh, I didn't do it right. One second.
Did I do it?
Oh, I think you gotta have the thing.
I forgot
popped
to
open
select
first.
my. I forgot to select my token.
Select your character first. Hang on.
Yeah. Let's try this again. There we go. Oh. Glad the first one didn't count.
Yeah, right. So let's see. I need to add. Right. Yeah. There we go. Good.
Yeah.
Clog, roll again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta.
I'll put you at 10. All right. Cool. And then,
Oh, that's right. You can edit it.
what are they?
So then we got 3 left, right?
Sahagin B. Round calculation is what? I rolled 6, 5, and 3. 6. Add? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay. Sahagin C and Sahagin D. Add 6, 5, and 3. And then we will order them by descending. Very good. Oscar, you get to go first. And you just rolled a claw, right? Or did you transform into a bear?
No, I didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
That's me hitting the wrong button when I'm trying to add the new attack to
Yeah,
my...
right. Cool. Sturgeon bite. Okay, a 12 does hit. So against this Sahagin bee that you're facing right now, you tear into him again with your bite attack for 10 damage. Dang. Okay.
Whoa.
Pelifron, you're further back, and you just attempted to cast a sleep spell, and it didn't work.
Didn't do so well. I am gonna. I have my light crossbow, and having seen that this sort of thing seems to function here, I'm gonna take a shot at one of them.
Are you attacking the same one that Oscar is attacking? Okay, cool.
You know, the one that's already injured.
16 is a hit. Roll that damage.
Something's wrong with that sheet because sorry.
Just click on the damage thing in the chat window where it says light crossbow there.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where it happens.
9 damage.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right, Oscar and Pelifron, you eliminate the second Sahagin. Verna, your turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I think Verna's firing another shot at, I guess, whichever one has not taken any damage yet.
Yeah, there's only 2 left, and neither of them has taken damage, and they're both within 5 feet. So I think you get your sneak attack to this as well.
Oh, snazzy. Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and fire off an attack.
Okay. Doop tap doo.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately, you do miss with your shot. Clog, it's your turn.
Bummer.
All right. If there's one that looks more wounded, I'm gonna take a shot at them with my crossbow, my light crossbow.
Cool. Yep, you hit
All right.
for 9 damage.
9 piercing.
Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so Sahagin B is dead, and then Sahagin C gets to act. So Sahagin C raises his fishy membraned hands to his head, and he goes, and you hear echoing through the water. You hear a command.
Yeah, we're in trouble.
And from high up above you, you see the whale shark turn around and begin diving down towards you. Now, it's quite far away. It's going to take 2 rounds to get here, but it's heading in your direction. Sahagin D makes a bite attack at Oscar, being the closest target. So that's +3. Ooh, that looks like a hit. So he deals you 4 damage, and then he stabs at you with his trident. For an 11. That doesn't hit you, does it, Oscar? Right. Okay, cool. So that's all for him. Oscar, your turn. So Sahagin C is the one that you're like right next to that you were just attacking, and that's the one that's summoning the whale shark.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of like bite into that one and just try to keep it from summoning. Well, it's already summoned it, but just it needs to pay for its doings.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah, very nice. For 6 damage, okay. Cool. That one's not dead yet, but it's quite hurt. Pelifron, your turn.
How far away is this whale shark?
It's like 100 feet away right now.
Okay. So, I wouldn't be able to like swim
No.
to it and around.
You've got 30
Okay.
feet of movement per round.
Okay. I think I'm going to I'm gonna shoot a Shalgan, a Sahagin.
Yeah.
Make some Sahagin
At
does.
the wounded one or the unwounded one?
The wounded one.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, you hit. For 6 damage. All right, it's not quite dead, but it's desperately injured. You see billows of black blood spilling into the water. Verna.
Yeah, we're gonna just keep shooting until everything's dead.
Cool.
Assuming that whale shark is not like, terrifyingly close.
It's not immediately upon you, no.
Okay, good. All right. We'll try one more time.
Okay, now is that against the wounded one or the non-wounded one?
The non-wounded one.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, you deal a hefty chunk of damage to the non-wounded one, and you also get to use your sneak attack here, because it's got Oscar in melee. Okay, cool. So that's 13 damage. So, very nice. Okay, Clog. What are you going to do? There's one that's almost dead and one that has been wounded already, but not dead.
Go for the almost dead one.
Okay.
I think Clog wants the kill steal.
You're just like swimming up with your warhammer?
It's still crossbow, I think.
Okay, right, yeah.
Well, if he's 30 feet within, I'll swim there and get an attack off. That's okay.
Yep, totally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll swim a little closer and strike with my mace. Let's do that.
Oh, yeah, nail him.
Nice.
For 6 damage.
6 damage.
You kill the third Sahagin. Sahagin C dies. Sahagin D stabs at you, Clog, with its trident. So 1d20 plus 3. What's your armor class, Clog?
16.
Well,
so
it
that
nails
hits me.
you. So that's, right.
Oh.
For 4 damage.
Oh.
And then he bites at you.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
For 1d4 plus 1. For 4 damage, okay?
All right. So 4 and 4? 8?
Yep.
Okay. I'm good. I'm okay.
Nice. All right, Oscar,
boys.
back to you. There's only one Sahagin left. This whale shark has swum about half of the distance to you. It'll be here next turn.
Yeah, I think till it gets here, it's trying to take out the Sahagin as quickly as possible. So I come back in charging and bite it.
Yeah.
Now I actually have to click the right thing.
You nail him.
15? Sweet.
Y'all are rolling well in your combats. And
Ooh.
you tear the Sahagin's throat out.
Yes.
Yo.
Black blood spills into the water. And you see the whale shark swimming, charging down through the depths. And then as the last Sahagin's light leaves its eyes, the whale shark sort of wanders, veering off of its course. And then it returns to a calm, peaceful circle as it swims ever higher in the globe. All right. So there, ahead of you, within this coral palace, you see a cat. She's wild. You see a glowing orange sphere resting on a pedestal with a black mark on top of it.
I'm definitely swimming up and kind of like looking around it. Because this is the orb we need to find in the center, right?
Yeah.
Is
Is
there loot in here?
Sorry?
Right.
What's the question?
Is there other loot in here, or just the orb on the pedestal?
Just the orb. There's glowing corals on the walls, but they don't look valuable in terms of something you could sell.
I
Right.
want to look into the orb, like maybe it's another snow globe.
It's opaque.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
Does the black mark look anything like that key that we have?
Yes, it is a keyhole with 6 prongs.
Snazzy.
Who's got that key? The size of
Verna's finger.
Verna's
Verna's
pinky
little
finger?
finger.
I think it might be Verna, maybe.
Given that that's the last comparison we got,
Yeah.
Yeah, we never established that. Okay.
you're nominated.
Yep.
Okay. So we're doing this, right? We're good?
Yep.
Yep. I'm just like
Okay.
bobbing up and down.
Okay. All right. Just had to check. So yeah, Verna swims up, takes a look, makes sure there's nothing that's going to do her any obvious damage,
Yep.
and pulls out the key.
You stick it in the top and turn it,
Yep.
and nothing happens.
I touch it.
You touch it, and all 4 of you hear the sound of rushing water, and then you slam onto your feet, standing, dripping, soaking wet in the middle of Lareth's shop room. the crystal sphere, this Fabergé egg thing that you were inside of, rests on the floor, emptied of water. There's no water inside of it now. And Clog, you hold within your hand the glowing orange sphere, Denithan's vault. Lareth claps. A quiet, soft, muffled sound. And he says, "Well done. Well done, my adventurers."
I'm just like flapping like a fish on the ground and change back.
Nice. Yes, and he says, "Now, my companions, if you wish to access the vault, you must insert the key under the light of the full moon."
Yeah, we met the moon. Decent
Wow.
person, but we're going to have to wait a month, and I'm pretty sure those monks are not going to be happy with us.
It's still the night of the full moon, just so you
Okay.
know.
Still counts. Still counts.
It's the same night.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we can do that.
We can do this.
Cool.
All right.
Although I could use a short rest.
Do you all want to sit for an hour and get your breath back, spend a couple hit dice?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
It's
Yeah.
probably like 3 a.m. You've got some time.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, cool.
That'll save me a healing spell. So.
Yeah, go ahead and spend whatever hit dice you want.
So this is where me never having played Dungeons and Dragons comes in. How does this work?
So,
Sorry.
on your character sheet,
Uh-huh.
you have so you're Verna, right? So on your character sheet on the front, you've got 1 hit dice. So down underneath hit points, underneath temporary hit points on the left, it says hit dice.
Yep.
When you take a short rest, you can spend that, and then you
Cool.
click hit dice, and it will roll for you, and you add that many hit points back to your current hit points.
Snazzy.
I just wanted to recharge my wild shape forms.
Hey, so you spent your hit dice, so now you have 0. So you can't do that again until you take a long rest, but you're back up to full hit points.
Good stuff.
All
Okay.
right, cool. So yeah, the 4 of you rest in Lareth's parlor. He brews you a nice tea that helps cleanse the rest of the water-breathing potions from you, so you don't drown. And at the end of the hour, you're ready to complete your adventure. As you step out of the room, Lareth calls out. He says, "Oh, adventurers, one last thing.
Okay.
Denithan's vault, it is well protected, especially by its door. You see, the doorway will only remain open for 8 seconds.
And how are we supposed to get back out once we're inside?
It is not large. You should be able to get in, get what you want, and get out if you focus."
Right.
Oh, this is one oh gosh. Oh,
Gotcha.
I kind of just like turned to Pelifon. I'm like, "You're not going in." I turned to Verna. I'm like, "Probably you."
Verna's speed is only 25 feet, though, right?
Yeah. My speed is limited. I can dash on a turn, but then my turn's over, right? Like I couldn't run 25.
Oh, yeah. You can dash. So you can move, and then dash.
Well, I can be a bear, which has got a movement of 40 feet, and you can hang on. And you can just like grab something and we can get out.
Yeah, Verna just has the bag open as the bear's running, scooping things up.
So let's see. If Verna's speed is 25, then she can move for 25, move another 25, so that's 50, and then dash for a third 25, so 75. But if you're a bear with a move speed of 40, you can move 40 and then move another 40, which is 80.
That's still more.
So a bear is actually faster.
That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess the four of you head out of the house, the man's. So you're standing on the front porch.
Yeah.
Let's correct our background here. Okay, so what do you do?
All right. So Verna looks at Oscar and says, "You're sure we can get in and get back out? Sure, we can get things, but I want to make sure we can get back out because otherwise there's no point in taking anything if we get stuck."
Yeah. I mean, I've got some speed. As long as you can pick things up while we're doing this.
It'll be
we
fine.
got
Just
this.
do it.
Okay.
And I think like you see Oscar just kind of like roll their shoulders and just kind of like get ready and then transforms into a bear again, getting ready to do this.
Cool.
Okay. So does Verna have to be the one to open the door, or?
Not necessarily. Anybody could use the key.
Okay. So then I would definitely say, Clog, you should be the one to open the door.
All right. I guess I'll look around.
Well, wait for a signal. I don't want to.
Yeah. I'm just.
And we're gonna make sure we get this right. Not like 1, 2, 3, go on go. Like we're gonna make sure we have this right. So, okay. What are we looking for? What do we know is in there? Like,
you've heard a lot of rumors. Here, I can tell you the rumors that you've heard about it, actually.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, the rumors are wild, and each one is more far-fetched than the last. Ancient coins and gems, personally commissioned artworks by the Thief Lord himself, exquisitely crafted weapons or armors, or even powerful magical artifacts. No two rumors duplicate their claims, but all agree whatever's in there is valuable.
Okay. So I'm thinking we're all going to be in agreement that magical items take priority over everything.
However much you can actually perceive while you're in there. / the treasure is definitely friendship or something.
Or like some rare books.
Okay, so books, magical items, and barring that, anything else I can grab.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, that sounds good. I know it's not going to be that simple, but we're going to
That's
try.
probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's
Clog.
not going to be my dead family or something.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Okay.
So are you all ready?
I think so. So I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna use my rope to actually tie myself onto Oscar though, because I don't want to be falling off. I want to make.
So
sure
you're
I'm-
riding on the back of Oscar. You fashioned like a saddle out of rope.
Yeah.
And he's going to run in and you're going to grab stuff as you go.
Yeah.
Got
yeah.
it. Cool. Okay.
Like, and I'm like slightly on his left. Like I'm not right on his spine. I'm like at like a 45-degree angle on the left side of him.
Mm-hmm.
And Oscar, I want you to like go in an arc, constantly turning right, so that we're kind of like making a half circle and coming back to the door.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
All right. So, Clog,
All right.
would you do the honors?
Yeah. Okay. I say on 3. I nod at everyone. Goes 1, 2, and on 3 I press the key into the spot.
Very cool. All right, so the key presses in easily and the orb lights up with a brilliant light. It unfolds like a flower and a beam of light fires into the sky and then falls back down onto the earth, probably 30 feet in front of you. And the ground rises up. This huge figure with a glowing orb set into his forehead stands up from the earth, reaches down, and then pulls up what looks like a massive mirror, except that instead of reflecting the sky, the night sky, it reflects a scene of clouds with a set of stairs leading out through it to a pedestal in the center of this sea of clouds. Up on top of the pedestal rests a single small golden chest, something that would be easy enough for Verna to grab in her hands. The two of you charge, the bear eating up the ground as it dashes forwards, stomping up the stairways. As you move, Verna, you look off to your left and right, and you see a great black serpent uncoiling itself from the base of a pillar that's holding up this staircase. It slithers on top, and you can see thousands of razor spine scales that are scratching and scarring the surface of the marble. It is not chasing after you. It is thrusting its massive bulk as quickly as it can towards the exit, where you see the door starting to close behind you. So, what do the two of you do?
Get the treasure.
Yeah, no, we're not stopping. Like, we can't stop that thing from in here.
Nope.
Like, we have to get out. No matter what happens, we have to get out.
Yep. We'll get the treasure, jump on its serpent's head on the way out, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, ride the serpent out.
Just sneak attack on the way out. This is next to D6. We're good. Okay, yeah. Go for the.
All right, so the bear and the halfling look at the serpent, go, nope, and then they keep charging for the pedestal. So you make it to the pedestal, and Verna, you reach out, leaning off the side of Oscar, and grab this golden chest from off of the pedestal. Pelifron and Clog, what do the two of you do? You see this serpent rushing for the opening, charging in your direction.
It's how large is its mouth?
It's probably 100 feet long and like
The
7
mouth?
feet in diameter.
Okay.
Its head is probably as large as you are.
Okay.
Cool. As it's coming out,
Yeah, it's charging for the exit.
yeah, I want to is its mouth like open?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I can conjure a mundane object as part of my conjuration school.
Cool.
That's like 3 feet in diameter.
Yeah.
I want to conjure like, I don't know, like an empty chest or something, just sort of in its path,
Yeah.
and try and get it lodged in there.
Interesting. Okay. Any mundane object?
It's like something that I've seen before that is maximum 3 by 3 feet and weighs a maximum of 10 pounds. And as soon as it takes any damage, it deconjures.
Got it.
So
Okay.
it's sort of a delaying / get it to go ha for a second kind
sure.
of thing.
Okay. So yeah,
noise again.
you're conjuring just like a big chest or something.
Yeah.
Maximum 10 pounds. Give me.
A balsa wood chest.
It's going to make a dexterity saving throw as this thing appears like right in front of it, basically in its mouth. We're gonna see if it like runs straight into it. Actually, no, it runs straight into it. Like you put it right there, right? You can conjure it within 30 feet.
I can conjure it within 10 feet of me.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, you're like right in front of the doorway, so I think you can put it right in front of it. So it's going to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage, and then if it fails, it's going to make a like a wisdom saving throw or something like that. We'll see. Right. So disadvantage here. Ooh. Okay. It fails.
Oh,
so
man.
It slams itself right onto this chest that gets lodged in its mouth. And it closes its mouth and it crushes the chest, which immediately deconjures it. But is it distracted by this? So this is its wisdom saving throw. I think the difficulty class here is a 13. That was what I was mentally targeting for the...
Well, that's my
well,
spell
also
save
because it's
DC.
yours. Yeah, your saving throw. So, yeah, it sort of flails around a whole bunch. And Oscar and Verna, you ride back, chewing up the ground. Now, there's this flailing serpent in between you and this swiftly closing door. The door's got like 2 seconds of open time left. What are you doing? Are you just like jumping over it or what?
Yeah, I think it's totally jumping over it. If it's anything like the movies, you were jumping off the top of its head to get out of here.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
As this is happening, Oscar, I'm really sorry. As this is happening, Verna is taking out a dagger and cutting the rope that's tying her to Oscar, so that if Oscar's not going to make it, she can push off his back and get through the gate.
The
with
Yoshi
the
jump.
Cool. Yep. Right. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, Oscar, give me a
it's
dexterity
literally
saving
Yoshi,
throw
too.
to see how well you jump over this. Actually, no. Give me an acrobatics check.
Okay. 14.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I'm going to allow it. I'm going to say,
Nice.
yeah, you jump over, like you're aiming for the thing's head, but it's just flailing around too much, and you can't
Yeah.
quite get it. So it's not so good that you're like jumping off of its face or anything like that, but you're managing to bound over these ropey coils of snake that are flailing around, and avoid being knocked off. Now, Verna, since you don't need to jump off of Oscar, you can still do a thing. And do you want to do anything?
Is there any chance that the snake is going to make it out of this gate with us?
If you don't do something to keep it distracted somehow, yeah, it's gonna like surge out and probably slide out.
All right, I'm going to throw my dagger at the back of its head.
Cool. Yep. Awesome. Make that ranged attack.
All right, here we go.
Ooh. So you throw it, but it bounces straight off
Yeah.
the beast's plated cranium. And Oscar, you go bounding out of the gate as the glowing walls begin closing in next to you. Verna, you also leap off of the back of the bear onto the grassy ground, and then the serpent looks at this closing gate and it slams its head in between the two sides of it, where there's like this magical sparking and magma sort of pouring off the edges of the gate, and then the creature just sort of like, it's like this weird sort of metaphysical multi-dimensional thing where like the snake gets squeezed into basically a null point, but the whole thing squirts out like some sort of jelly or something like that. And so the gate seals up, and then this massive creature vanishes into the air along with the glowing orb, and the gate as well. And now you're all on the lawn of the manse with this massive black thrashing serpent.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
But it turns and slithers away from you at maximum speed.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, we might have to deal with that later. But, that might be later.
Sorry, future stories of the weird players. I don't know what to tell you.
So Verna, you're...
Is it going in the direction of the manse?
No, it's going away from the manse. It's going in the direction of the inn.
Oh.
So Verna, you're holding this golden treasure chest.
Yeah. She opens it.
You open the treasure chest, it clicks as you pull on the lid and open it up. And inside, you see 2 bright rubies seated in a velvet cloth. They look flawless, probably worth in total 1,000 gold pieces. And sitting on the velvet is a small medallion. Let's see. Did I write a description of it? I don't actually think that I did. Yes. It is a medallion, and there's like a woman sitting there, sort of kneeling but holding her hands up in like a supplicating gesture. She's clearly wearing some sort of ritual or religious robes. The medallion is made out of ivory and gold, and the woman is like carved into the bone and then inlaid in mother of pearl.
Cool.
She doesn't happen to look anything like the
woman that you saved, or whose
Yeah.
husband you saved? No.
Yeah. That's good. Okay.
Clearly different women.
Okay, good.
Is it any religious?
For her to be able to
significance?
pull a sleight of hand and take the medallion, and would she see that? Like, would she know that if she pulls it off, they'll know that something was there and is now missing?
I think, yes, they would know. There's like a slot for it. And also probably you're all like clustered around like, oh,
Well,
what's in the chat? Oh, yeah, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and if in 5th edition, if you take an hour and rest, you can actually figure out what a magical item is. I'm happy to tell you that you've uncovered an amulet of requesting. Once per day, you can make a request of one person with the power of the amulet, and that person will be happy to fill your request.
Interesting.
All right.
Yeah. So, with that, I think the 4 of you wander off into the night in search of a safer spot to sleep than the Yellow Door Inn, and
the
also
other direction on the road.
the next source of your adventures. So, thank you all very much for playing with me this evening. I had a great time. I hope that you 4 did as well. Thank you very much to chat for watching the first of the Stories of the Weird. And thanks to Sean for roping me into helping Big Bad Con. So again, this was a show put on for Big Bad Online, played as a reward for the Big Bad Con 2017 Kickstarter, and Big Bad Con itself is October 13th through 15th in Walnut Creek in California. When we end a show, I always like to let my players say their goodbyes. So why don't we go back over to the face screen here, and I'll let each of you tell the audience who you are, if there's anything cool that you do on the internet that they should check out, and say your farewells. So let's go ahead and start with Kevin.
Hey guys, Kevin. This is super fun. Thank you so much for Big Bad Con for doing the Kickstarter thing. Thanks so much for Steven for doing this. I don't do much online anymore. However, I just got finished streaming a D&D campaign that lasted roughly 3.5 years.
Wow.
It was third 3.5 edition campaign. Anyways, the whole thing's on my YouTube. If you want to check that out, you can search for YouTube Padfoot240, not Padfoot420, by the way.
Yep.
And yeah, if you want to, it lasted 100 sessions. It was awesome. We had people die and all kinds of stuff. So if you like D&D, it's a 3.5, so not as easy as 5th edition, but still super great. And we had a super great DM.
Awesome. That's great. Oscar, Yoshi.
So I'm Yoshi. I don't really do anything online, but thank you guys so much for playing. It was a lot of fun to play with all of you. And Steven, thank you for running. And if anybody who is out in the Bay Area, I highly suggest you go to Big Bad Con. It is definitely a fantastic con, and I hope to see lots of people out there.
Awesome. Chris?
Sure. I'm Chris. I co-founded a company called Playwell, and we take game design techniques and use them to solve non-game design problems.
Cool.
That's sort of just getting started right now. And I actually have a very small RPG that I think I'm launching next month. It's sort of a spacey hack of World of Dungeons. But I have an artist friend working on it, and hopefully we'll get a real PDF out. And if you want to know anything about that, plopping my Twitter handle in chat right now. And got a warning about posting links.
Yeah.
Should
We
ask
gotta get
first.
you permitted.
Sorry about that. But yeah, thanks a lot, Steven. This was amazing.
Yeah, y'all did great. And John.
Okay, so first, huge thank you to Steven. Sort of first, before even pre-first, big thank you to Chris. He's like my RPG mentor. I would not be here on several levels without his help, so thanks, buddy. He also was the one who got me into role play and like Swan Song and West Marches and everything, so that's why I'm here.
Awesome.
Thank you again, Steven. This was amazing. It was really weird actually like playing with you after having watched literally all of Swan Song.
Oh man, I'm super curious
it was
what the
fantastic.
experience was playing versus watching.
Oh man. I don't really do anything cool on the internet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plug my favorite thing right now. It's a webcomic called Kill 6 Billion Demons. It's this amazing, massive, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like theology and mythology and like angels and devils and all kinds of awesome stuff. But the artist Abaddon is amazing. So Kill 6 Billion Demons, check it out.
Awesome. I think I've seen that before.
It's so pretty.
I need to go check it out again for sure.
Yeah, he's doing stuff with Image now.
Awesome. Well, thank you to the four of you, Kevin, Yoshi, Chris, and John, for playing tonight. I had a great time, and y'all were great players. You were really rolling with all of the punches, which was awesome to see. Thank you to everybody in chat for watching. In case you are a little bit out of the loop, because not everybody's on Twitter all the time like I am, yes, I am. I won't be on Twitch for probably 3 or 4 months because I'm moving to Amsterdam to go join Guerrilla Games, who earlier this year released Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm super excited, but I will be very sad to miss all of my fun online family. So I am very confident that I'll be able to build a new computer once I'm over there, and then we will be able to get back to Stories of the Weird and more fun role-playing game goodness on twitch.tv/SilentOsiris sometime in the next few months. So I think that's gonna basically do it. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And if you want to follow along with my adventures, definitely check out my Twitter and my Instagram, because those are gonna be the places to follow along with my Amsterdam adventures. So I love you all, and I will see you later. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.